it doesn't make any sense. These things are overpriced. They're overpriced only because of the monetary stimulus, free money, and where's your upside?
I want to go back to a point you made earlier about dollars of cash no longer being a safe haven. Do you think a mind shift is happening here where people are questioning whether they are safe in cash?
Well, yeah, no, I mean, that's cash is not safe. Cash and bonds are the two worst things to be in because they can be inflated away, and we are going to see inflation. It won't be right away, but I think in the next 18 months, couple of years, the effects of all this monetary stimulus is going to cause inflation to happen. And so you don't want cash. You need some cash because there will be opportunities, but I would be definitely, and stocks are overvalued for now. There will be a time, like March was probably a good time to buy some stocks. They're certainly not at good value right now, but they will have their moments throughout time. But gold is the place to be. I mean, there's no doubt that that's the one asset that represents, safety of your wealth.
But I think one of the things I often hear about gold is, why would I be in the metal? It doesn't pay a dividend. It doesn't do anything for me. Do you think that people are changing their acceptance of gold, and that's why we've seen this bull run we're experiencing right now?
Definitely. You've seen the beginnings of an interest in the gold market. The smart money, and you mentioned Druckenmiller, and there's guys like Dalio and many others that have seen the writing on the wall and have gone long gold. But certainly the general public is still not convinced. And but it's definitely starting. People are starting to wake up and smell the coffee. But I can just give you some anecdotal information. I have friends that I've tried to convince into buying gold over the last several years. I've practically begged them to buy it. Some have. Some waited till gold reached the old high and then decided it was time to really believe in gold. But there are a lot of people that still believe that gold is risky. And it surprises me that that's the way that people think, because they're just not informed about what has happened throughout history. And I think that you're going to see eventually the panic buyers will come in, and they always come in, and every bull market has a certain cycle, in the way that it evolves. And you will see panic buying coming in. I always think, they should rather, panic now and avoid the rush, because eventually they're going to have to pay a lot higher price. But it certainly, we've seen the beginnings, but we're certainly nowhere near the top, nowhere near.
And Frank, you're not exposed to U.S. equities, which is something that surprised me.
No, and I maybe should have bought some in March, but I didn't when the market crashed. I didn't quite see the impact that all that monetary stimulus would have immediately on the stock market when we were in the middle of a pandemic. But anyways, it did what it was designed to do, which was get the market back up, and that's worked quite well. But no, why would I own, and I'll give you an example, why would I own Apple? If you put all the precious metals companies together, they add up to a third of the value of Apple. All of the precious metals companies. Why would I do that? It's just, it doesn't make any sense. These things are overpriced. They're overpriced only because of the monetary stimulus, free money, and where's your upside? I mean, sure, they can go up higher, but you're really looking at it from the point of view is, how lucky do you feel that it's going to go higher?
Well, I guess a lot of people see it as, look, I love Apple products. I love the company. It's great management. Look what the stock has done. It's a safe bet.
Nothing's a safe bet when it's overvalued. Now, obviously, Apple's not going to go to zero, but why would I buy something that's overvalued with the hopes that it's going to be even more overvalued? I mean, I think with zero rates, you have discounted all the future value to net present value. All the future earnings have been already discounted. You can't go lower than zero in your discount for net present value. So I just think where's the upside? It's never that gold is going up on its own. What's happening is the value of the currencies that it's being measured against are going down. And as long as you continue to believe that currencies, as I believe, the currencies are going to be debased in value because everybody's doing the same thing, printing all this money, so they're reducing the value of the currency. That's what's taken, it's relative, the gold price is just relative to the value of the currencies. The winners are going to be gold, commodities, not bonds, not cash. Let me repeat that. Gold, commodities, not bonds, not cash. Those are the winners if everybody's racing to the bottom.